Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture, and today I have my very sweet friend Kelly Sampson with me, and she is going to talk to us about a great organization that we have in Northwest Arkansas called Open Avenues. So I'm not going to give away any great details because she's going to give them all to you. So Kelly, why don't we get started with just sharing what Open Avenues is about? What is your mission at Open Avenues?
Our mission is to help people with disabilities find employment. So we really want to give everybody that sense of belonging and purpose that we are all striving for. We have people with all sorts of different disabilities that participate in our programming. So it's anywhere from learning disability, a physical disability, even mental illness. Anyone with something that's diagnosed like that is able to participate in our programming.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your age range there?
We work with adults.
Okay.
So if you're out of high school and you've attempted to get some jobs on your own, then you qualify to participate into our program. And we bring you on site and we'll work with you on your goals. So if your goals are to stay in our on-site facility and learn and grow there, you're getting paid for your work there. Or if your goal is to find a job in the community, then we'll help you do that too.
That is so incredible. And so you have to have a lot of community partners, right? Because you have the people in-house that are doing jobs.
Yep.
What does that look like? And who are your community partners with that?
So we're very fortunate that we live in Northwest Arkansas because
Yes.
we've got so many vendors here that are willing to work with us. There are programs like ours that struggle to find work, and we do not have that problem, fortunately. Walmart, of course, is a huge partner of ours. We do a lot of work for them. And then we have a lot of other vendors. We do some work for Tyson. We do some work for a company called Ring Snuggies.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's a little plastic tube that fits on the back of your ring to make it fit
Awesome.
better.
Yeah.
And we've actually partnered with them for more than 20 years. We do
fantastic.
millions of different packages for them every year.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, just a big variety of partners like that make what we do possible.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what about the offsite jobs that you're able to create? What does that look like?
So those are more tailored to each person. So it's not like we have a group of people that we always go to, like looking for employment. We work with the individual to determine what are you good at, what would you like to do. We don't want to just force a job on you because you're probably not going to be successful if you're not doing something that you're not interested in. So for example, we had a gentleman that was working in our on-site program and he knew he wanted a job in the community. So we worked with him to find out what does he really want to do, and he said, I really like art, and so he started drawing. He is amazing. He's incredible. So we actually helped get him enrolled at NWAC in a graphic design program and got him a job at a graphic designer, and he is excelling like beyond belief. He does so good. Yeah, it's so cool. So we hadn't worked with a graphic designer before that, and we haven't worked with one again, but it's just, what do you want to do? What are you going to excel at?
Yes.
Walmart, of course, again, is a really good partner. We have placed a ton of people at Walmart.
That's amazing.
We do some fast food places, just a variety, whatever works for you. Embassy Suites is another really good partner.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that. So Open Avenues is not just, hey, you come in and we're going to fit you in our box. It's Open Avenues is there for your clients to just really tailoring their best life to them. Like, what are you interested in? What can you do? What's your flexibility? That's amazing.
That's exactly
I love it.
That's the best way to put it. I've never worded it that way, but that makes perfect sense. We're not putting you into a box, and we've got different programs where we can, move you around into different shops is what we call them, where you're doing different work. Or maybe, your skills aren't there where you're even able to do a job. So then we have you in our life skills program where you're learning to do daily living skills to help you get by, learning how to count, knowing what the temperature, if the temperature is 50 degrees, what do you need to wear, things like that.
That's incredible. So how many people do you have in the life skills training? How many clients do you have there?
There's not that many in that program. There's probably, right now, I think there's probably only 5. So here's a little backstory there. So after we had to quarantine with coronavirus hitting, we haven't been able to bring everybody back yet. And a big reason for that is depending on your intellectual level, you might not understand social distancing, you might not understand having to wear a Like that's difficult for some people. And then especially in our life skills program, a lot of people require some more hands-on like help.
Absolutely.
Just getting around, and so we haven't been able to safely bring them back yet. So that program's a little smaller right now. Normally it's probably only about 10 though. So it's a smaller group of folks for sure.
Do you, just off the top of your head, have a ballpark of how many clients you have altogether in Open Avenues? How many people are you serving?
Yeah, including our community employment program and everything, it's about 120 to 130.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So wonderful.
It is. It's
so
amazing.
wonderful. So how does somebody get into your program?
It's super easy. So the only requirement is that you have a diagnosed disability.
Okay.
And you have to be an adult. So if you meet those qualifications, you meet with our intake manager. He interviews you just to find out, what your disability is, how we can work with you, what your goals are, and that's basically it. The only hesitation in accepting someone, and it's not really hesitation, but the only time we might not be able to take someone is if our buses are full and they require transportation. We only have so much room on our fleet of buses, and if your route, if you live in Bella Vista and the Bella Vista bus route is full, and you have to have transportation, then that would limit us from being able to accept you.
Wow. So that's another incredible service that you guys have. You actually do have transportation for people who aren't able to. Is it for people maybe who are living alone, or just their disability doesn't allow them to be able to drive and so they don't have transportation? Is that kind of how it works?
It's for anyone who needs it. So, if about 85% of our clients take us up on that offer.
Really?
So maybe your caregiver is a parent and they have to work, so they can't get you to our office at the right time. Like, we'll pick you up, we'll take care of it. So it's just, if you need us, we do it.
That's amazing.
It's a big, it's a big piece of thing that we're fundraising for all the time, because it's expensive to maintain the buses and get all the supplies and the fuel and everything.
Absolutely. Wow.
But we wouldn't exist without it, I don't think, because most people can't drive, and most people don't have a caregiver that can just take them, where they need to go at the right time. So it's important.
That's so wonderful. So how long has Open Avenues been serving the Northwest Arkansas area?
We started in 1975, so
oh my gosh,
46 years, I guess.
Wow.
If I'm doing my math right. We just had our birthday.
Amazing.
Years.
Don't talk to me about math.
But yeah, we started with a very small group. I think it was 6 people. And so a group of parents who had some kids who had recently aged out of the school program were looking for something for their children to do. And they started in a church basement, and they started doing arts and crafts.
Wow.
And quickly, this group of parents was like, you know what? Our children are capable of a lot more than just busy work.
Yes.
And so they started pretty early on, like I think a year or 2 after they started, our nonprofit, just trying to find a partner where they could do actual work and then pay everyone for participating.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And what a way to just empower and inspire, a group of people who maybe don't get that on a daily basis, and I'm sure, could possibly even struggle with self-worth. Oh my goodness. I mean, I feel like, people who don't have diagnosed disabilities still struggle with self-worth. So for your organization to just embrace them and show them that they do truly have value, like, that's incredible.
It's amazing. You've been there and you've seen how proud everybody is.
Yes.
Like, if you walk around, and hopefully we can do tours again someday soon, but if you walk around and see how proud everybody is, they're like, come look what I'm working on.
Yes.
Like, we all need that. Like, you need a sense of, like, pride in your life.
Absolutely.
And I do
and
think
belonging.
they get that. Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, the friendships that they are able to build there, it just takes your life to a whole nother level, because you've got community, you've got people that are uplifting and encouraging you, and you have so much, you see the value in yourself because you are using your hands to work and create. That's amazing. I love what you guys are doing.
I do too. I mean, it's an amazing place.
Yeah.
And like, I think I've told you this before, like if I'm sitting in my office writing a grant or whatever and struggling, all I have to do is walk out into our training center and I feel like a celebrity. Like everybody's like, Kelly, hi! come see me. Like, it's such a positive, uplifting place.
It's so wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. So do you have any fundraising things coming up?
I hope so.
Mhm.
So we are in this strange time right now, and hopefully things are about ready to get better. I know people are getting vaccines, and
Yes.
I'm hoping that things will change soon.
Mhm.
We are planning and hoping that we can do SOAR NWA, brought to you by Sam's Furniture, of course, on August 28th this year.
That's awesome.
So that's our hot air balloon event.
Mhm.
If people aren't familiar with it, we have everything from helicopter rides and skydiving and car shows and food vendors and a kid zone. Like, it's
And live music.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's so fun.
a beer garden. Like, it's a jam-packed day of so much fun. So I can't say with 100% certainty that
mhm.
things are going to be able to allow us to do that by then, but we're planning on it. Like,
That's
our
awesome.
committees are meeting and we're going full steam ahead with it.
That's so great.
I
I
hope
love
so.
it. I'm
me
excited.
too. Me too. Me too.
Okay, so if somebody in the area maybe wants to get involved with your program, wants to become a client, or knows somebody who this would be a fantastic resource for them, what are the best ways for them to learn more about Open Avenues?
I think probably the easiest thing is to go to openavenues.org, our website. We've got detailed information on there and some videos. Facebook is always a really great resource too. We have a ton of traffic on there, and we post almost daily with different things, and we try to share videos. There's a video on there right now of a virtual tour, so even though we can't have people come in and see, it kind of walks you through and gives you a little overview of what we do and what it looks like inside
That's
our
awesome.
training center.
Do you have some of the clients that are engaging with that as well, or is it just the open areas describing what each
Well,
division is?
they're featured in the video, but they don't participate. Like, they're
Okay.
not talking or anything. But
Okay.
yeah, they're absolutely featured. You can definitely see what's going
Oh,
on.
good,
and
good.
How
Because that's the magic of it.
Yes, it is.
Seriously just watching them work and how dedicated they are to it.
it absolutely is.
For sure.
It's very cool.
That's so great. Well, guys, if you want more information, definitely visit their website. We will have the link for you in the comments section. So look for that. Follow them on Facebook. And we just want to make sure that SOAR NWA happens in August. So everybody cross your fingers and pray
Yes.
that happens, because that, I know, is such a huge, huge fundraiser for Open Avenues. And honestly, it's just a whole lot of fun. So we are really hoping that we're able to do that this year. And Kelly, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for what you're doing for this community. I mean, it's incredible, the jobs that you're able to provide for, this part of our community. So we really appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate all of what you guys do. Like, we wouldn't exist without partners like you. So thank you.
Absolutely. All right, we'll talk to you soon.